Good afternoon. A midday recap of what is going on, what we talked about today. Let me get this on to Twitter. All right, let's put this here. Let's also talk about Amazon. Let's talk about PAAS, silver squeeze, short squeeze, and more. All right. SPY, let's see what else are we talking about today. Let's come on over. Tesla was another good one today on the list. And we'll talk about coin and more. All right, let's do that. Live right now. Join us live. All right. Hello, hello. Okay, let me get this over here on my studio edit viewer. All right. Let's come on over right there. We have the eclipse going on. Right here, let me bring this up a little bit. I changed that. I was sitting down earlier today. So we have the eclipse coming up next business day. So are we going to see a lot of positioning setting up for the eclipse? We have big money that from, if we go back in time, let's go back to the dividend right here. So big money sold up at 523.34, point of control. You can see that when we move back further, we come and we see today we tested another point of control at 514.16. We did bounce off of that for the SPY. So we will check out the list that I did earlier today live. 8:15. I do my watch list live every morning at 8:15 for my members, and bringing back the midday recaps, right? So this morning, for those that joined me live, had this list. They were ready to go. I said up above 248.51 potential long trade. Yes, we had nice move to the upside, moved up $5, which would be nice trading the stock or the options. Then we also have TSM. I said, hey, if we go above 140, nice potential long trade right there. Boom. Moved up almost $2 from that point, right on up to the pivot right here. We also had Google today. Nice long trade as well, up above 150.50, back up above. I can see a little bit of a trend line setting up right here for Google. So to me, it really needs to break out up above this little trend resistance here before I would anticipate for this to move up further. Let's see, we do have a longer term. Here's our point of control. Let's check from the bottom down here. It looks like they bought or sold, right? Right now we're above it, so it was buying at 150.80, 150.79. As long as we stay up above there, hey, most volume has been traded there, so likely bullish. If we go below that area, okay, likely bearish. So let's also check out Riot. We've seen that Bitcoin has the halving coming up. It was a bit overextended. We did hit a moving average today. Did look like it had some nice consolidation and a bit of a retracement today. I said, hey, if it goes above 10.12 today, there's a nice potential for a long trade. 32 cents to the upside right there. So a nice smaller trade all the way up here to this moving average. Ding! And it stopped. Then we come down to this one. Ding! Are they going to take it up again and just sort of bring it back and forth where the algorithms might be written to buy and sell on the 5-minute chart? Who knows? If you guys have anything, if you want to see a particular stock, make sure to go ahead and put it in the chat. I will review it. I know we did have some requests this morning of NVIDIA, SMCI, and CELH. So let's look at Mara as well. In relation, this also did have a nice upward move up above 1840 today. So this is the 5-minute chart right here. It moved up, pulled back, second time around, boom, moved up to 1886, nice 46 cents there, all the way up to 1926 today. So 86 cents move from the breakout of 1840. Let's check out Amazon. So I do break it down into up gapping stocks and down gapping stocks. Does not mean that they will continue, right? Sometimes they will reverse, they will fill the gaps, they will gap and go. Amazon, a gap and go today, up above 182.81, tested it once, boom, off to the races, up to 185.85. Taking out yesterday's high with a nice little short squeeze right there, right? Let's look at Tesla as well. So Tesla is below the points of control and looking like it wanted to potentially retrace up to the moving averages and come back down. Well, sure enough, it did pre-market retrace, and then it bounced down a little boom H, and now it's coming back up, testing this 33 exponential moving average on the 5-minute. Right now, our point of control is at 166.30. All right, let's look at Bank of America. Bank of America did have bigger action. So watch it, maybe it's going to come down to 36.72. If it moves above, watch for it to test up here, 37.20. So a little bit of a trade in both directions today. Just 8 cents to the downside, but to the upside, up above 37.12. We tested up here, 37.22. Coming to the moving averages, boom, boom, boom. It's sort of like Pong. You remember from Atari? Bing, bing, bing. Maybe it's going to come up here, then come back down, and then big move, potentially into the rest of the day, up to 37.52. Watching to see if we can break out up above that 38 mark. Again, like Google, if we draw a little trend line here, we are testing it and we've broken out on the shorter time frame. Let's make it 15 minutes. Broken out on the 15-minute. How about 45 minutes? Yep, 45. Let's go 3 hours. Yes, so we are just about, maybe we're going to stop at 37.31 today. Maybe that's going to be our high for the day right here, this 33 exponential moving average on the 3-hour chart. Maybe it will stop there. We're testing it now. Let's see. Pretty cool if that's where we stopped, right? Right along this trend line test. All right, let's bring it back to 5 minutes over here. And AMD on the list today. Beautiful setup, came down, tested the lower. So many times you'll see that happen there. It will come down, test, boom. Then they suck the buyers into selling so they can buy, and then they take it back up. And sure enough, up above 169 today, moving to the upside. We did have some announcements today that made big differences. We had non-farm employment change up 303, unemployment rate down 0.1%. And we see that the unemployment rate unfortunately went up. Does that make sense? Oh, that's Canada. That's why it doesn't make sense. Because it's Canadian. It's not American. So the US numbers did move up to the upside in a positive way, and it looks like that was built into yesterday's drop for them to potentially buy some more shares of everything, right? Let's check out SWAV. Anytime you see this bright yellow on my list, it is a lower float, and get ready for potentially high volatility and momentum, right? So as once it broke out this resistance of 326, look at how many times it tested. Once, twice, 3 times, boom, almost up to R5 up here, potentially up to 32.85. Maybe we're going to see it move all the way to 329 today. All right, let's check out the Dow. So the Dow today is moving to the upside, came back, boom, up above 387.67. Let's look at the Russell. The Russell for today did move to the upside as well. All of the indexes are green today, Qs as well. We are looking to see if we're able to test this yellow trend line right here for a further breakout, continuation to the upside. And the SPY today, of course, bullish up above that 512 potential bullish trade. Sure enough, rocked it to the upside. Looking to see if we can really break out up above 523.50. In the big picture, that's going to be the bigger move to the upside, the next leg to the upside, potentially up to 536. Let's also look at commodities. So we did have Powell talking about the inflation rate not holding back. So when we look at the oil futures, you can see we have broken out from the resistance roughly around 82.50, boom up to 87, looking to see if we can break this 87.77, 88, and then up to 89, 10, 20 area, 90 right here. If we break that, bigger potential moves to the upside. Let's look at it on the weekly. Weekly, we would look to see, yep, if we can break up above 87.62 right here. When we look at natural gas is slowly curling up a little bit, but it, for the most part, has been down. Let's check out the silver squeeze. Silver squeeze is on, right? You can see this white line is resistance. We had this over here, 27.49 and a half. We have tested and gone above. Are we going to close this week up above it? When we look on the big picture, the monthly chart, right? We are in this big downward, or I should say we are in a wedge, and it does look like we have been testing. This is going to be the first month, if we close up above here, that we are in formal breakout mode, right? When we went from breakout mode back here, our measured move was, let's see, up to, it was 36%. So we could have a potential 36% move up in silver. Maybe we're going to move on up to 34.78, 34.38 up here. If we back it out even bigger, we look at a bigger picture move, we could see that we move up to $58. That's my long-term target for silver. When you look at the really big picture, that is the potential area. We are up above all of the volume right now. Look, here's the volume. Point all the way back here. Oop, no, sorry, correction. Let's bring it back here to the same measurement move. Yep, we are up above all of it. As long as we stay above 1680 in a long trade to the upside for silver. So what does that mean for potential silver stocks? We do have SLV that is in squeeze mode. This is on the monthly. Let's do this. Let's put on the weekly over here. Weekly. And let's make this one a 24-hour, and we'll get rid of these quick. All right. So for silver, we can see that this has broken out nicely on the weekly right here, right? And our next big potential test, besides the fact that we're testing 25 right now, up here 25.50, 25.83, 26, 26.25, 26.29, and 26.46. I'm going to set a nice alert there. Crossing up 26.46. That's when we shall see a super crazy squeeze. Right now, when we look at this, if we go silver, and we can also do short sale volume. Not sure if you knew that, but you can see FINRA's short sale volume. It will show up daily and weekly, not 24 hours. So it was very high on Tuesday, right? Big short sale volume. You can see for the week, it has gone up. Well, short sale volume moving up, and we see that the price is moving up, typically means we're going to see a bigger move to the upside. Why is this not going? Shortvolumes.com. Let's see here. There we go. All right, so let's go to SLV, and we can see that over time, over the past 5 days, it's been 59% short. Recipe for a short squeeze. Last 20 days, 60% short. All right, there's one potential. Let's look at PAAS. PAAS, lower volume. More people are buying into it. More people have confidence that this is going to move higher. Let's also check out AG. So AG, First Majestic Silver, 47% short. Let's go to AGQ. This is an accelerated ETF. This is going to be the ProShares Ultra Silver, and this is 40% short. So this could potentially squeeze even higher. Let's also go here. Let's go to AGQ Stock Float Wall Street Journal to find out how many shares are in that for the ETF. So there are 14 million shares. So for someone that likes to trade low float stocks, likes to trade Reddit or AMC or Donald Trump type stocks, you could see that this one has low float, fairly high short float volume, and could really squeeze to the upside if some volume got into it, right? If you had 5 million people all buying 3 shares, boom, it's going to pretty much double. Hey, Golden Boy, I'm good, thank you. How are you? How's your little one? Right? Life has changed for you a little bit. Are you getting sleep? All right, so that's what I'm really looking at for big potential. AGQ, remember, this is an ETN. Let's see if we have AGQ short sale. I don't think, oh, we do. Well, we already saw it over here. But we can see that this has moved up fairly high. And PAAS, short sale volume. Also, big thing that happened today. I did a little thing, such as releasing a book, right? So, hold on. Should have had it set up earlier, but it's all good. So I just released my book today, right here. So if you have an interest in getting one for your children, a little bedtime story of love, and it's awesome. Tearjerker for moms, for sure. Hopefully a book to become a staple in everyone's house. But all is good. So have an amazing trading day. The rest of it, be safe throughout the eclipse. Don't look at it unless if there is no light peeking through. Otherwise, wear those glasses. And I will see you all on Monday. I will put the link in the description below if you are curious about my new book. Hope you have